Chicken fricassee. That's what I have on the menu today, friends. We're taking you straight to Paris. Yes, a French chicken dish. Chicken seared and lightly braised and stewed in a mushroomy, earthy, intensely delicious white gravy. I have 8 total pieces of chicken here, thighs and drums. And I'm going to season them very generously with salt. And I'm also going to add some crushed black pepper. Be generous also with your crushed black pepper because that is it in terms of seasoning or throwing flavor at your chicken. So at this stage, you want to overdo it, friends. And then you also want to make sure that they are all coated very well and evenly and set them aside, giving you some time to work on the rest of the ingredients. We need 4 cloves of garlic for this. We want it to be nice and garlicky. And I'm just gonna give them a very, very fine mince. We're gonna need 1 medium-sized onion, and we're going to give this a chop. So our onions and garlic have been prepped. The chicken also have received a generous coating of salt and crushed black pepper. And the rest of the ingredients are some white mushrooms, 1 small bay leaf, some parsley for garnishing when it's all cooked and ready to be devoured. We also need some butter, some fresh thyme or dry if that's what you have on hand. We're gonna need a little bit of all-purpose flour, about a tablespoon. We have some chicken bouillon to bring some umami notes to our dish. We also have some homemade chicken broth, heavy cream, olive oil. Let's cook, friends. A splash of olive oil. And then this is where the butter comes to play. Let the butter melt. The olive oil is to prevent the butter from burning. Next, we're going to place our chicken pieces skin side down into this bracer. And I have my heat, by the way, on medium-low. I'm going to crank it up pretty soon once the butter is all melted. Now let's crank the heat up to medium-high to keep those juices inside the chicken. We don't want them to get released. What we're doing here is browning the chicken and also searing it. 2 to 3 minutes is how long it's been. It's perfect time to go in and flip them. And that color looks wonderful to me. So 3 more minutes on the other side and we are good to go. Now you want to go in with your mushrooms, plus your onions. It's a perfect time to also go in with your bay leaf and the thyme. Add your chicken bouillon. followed by the flour. You also want to bring in your garlic right now. Stir that in. These are delicious bits, and don't worry about them. They're acting like they're sticking right now, but they're gonna get lifted up. After adding the flour, you want to cook it for about a minute. And it's gonna seem like it's drying up, but don't worry, because we're going to add some moisture now. And here's our chicken broth. Is that moisture we need to deglaze this pan. See that? Yes. We got them all off of the bottom of the pan. I'm going to taste. And we could use a pinch of salt and crushed black pepper to season this layer. Crushed black pepper. Salt. You will love making this for your family, friends, because it is really simple. All we're using are fresh ingredients which are easily accessible. And it is simple, but yet so gourmet. This is actually a French dish known as chicken fricassee. And as I stated, it is chicken that is seared and lightly braised and stewed in a white sauce. It's earthy, it's garlicky, it's aromatic, and it's satisfying. Time for the chicken to get back into the pot. Why? Because we just seared them. They're not cooked through. And we know we have to have our chicken cooked all the way through before consumption, all right? For it to be safe for consumption. So we're gonna place them back in here. All these juices must be returned. Don't leave any behind. Just move them around a bit. You don't have to turn them, just move them around, so that they get well acclimated with the juices and the gravy in there. And at this point, what we're gonna do is cover it in order for the steam to cook the chicken through to the bone. And the steam not only cooks the chicken through to the bone, but also keeps the chicken nice, moist, and juicy. So what we have done for just about 10 minutes is braise the chicken. Here's the heavy cream action. Now start moving your chicken around. You're trying to incorporate that heavy cream. Okay, now turn your heat to medium to reduce the gravy. So you have to keep the lid off at this point. We have been reducing the gravy for 8 minutes, and I think the thickness is just perfect for me. So we're going to turn the stove off and serve. Some fresh flat leaf parsley sprinkles prior to serving just brings it all home. Look at this and tell me you are not going to be trying this. I know you will. You must. It is very easy to whip together, and I know that every member of your family will totally love this. Just look. Is that not gourmet? And you did not have to leave your home to a fancy restaurant to enjoy this gourmet dish. And let me tell you, it cost literally pocket change to put this gourmet dish together. And a perfect pairing for this incredibly delicious stew is mashed potatoes. And if you haven't checked out my mashed potato video, it is actually a YouTube shorts, which I shared not too long ago. So you must check it out. Very easy to make. And another perfect pairing is pasta. Just look at that. My mouth is watering all over again. And my son, he doesn't like vegetables, but one of his favorite things to eat is mushrooms. So he went all in on this one. And you must try it, friends. Don't miss out on this one because it literally costs nothing to put this together. And looking at both plates, you would think you spent a boatload of money at a very fancy restaurant, and yet you didn't. So give it a try. The chicken turned out really moist because of the choice of chicken parts we used, all brown meats, the thighs and the drums, and also the techniques we employed in every cooking stage, the searing and the light braising and stewing. Friends, I hope you have learned a thing or two and are inspired to try this recipe. Make it a great day and have fun, especially in that kitchen. Thank you, beautiful person, for watching the video all the way to the end. Kindly leave me a comment and subscribe down below, and don't forget to share the video as well. Also, watch more videos. It is chop time, and here in Anaba's kitchen, chop time is always yes, friends. So pull up a chair. We are all friends and family here.